My other big prediction that will age this podcast extremely quickly. My next prediction is that, and this is using a lot of information I found on the internet, we're pretty sure, I'm not the only guy saying this, we're pretty sure Valve is going to drop a game pretty soon.
Uh-huh.
We're fairly sure they've got a headset that is going to be kick-ass. It's coming out.
The headset's been a rumor for a long time.
A long time, yes. But of course, a lot of it's speculation, a lot of it's conspiracy theory.
Well, there are models that have been data mined from the Steam client.
Yeah. So you were aware of it for sure.
Yeah.
So we're getting there. If I was to quickly condense like 50 hours worth of YouTube and other like kinds of really in-depth guys that are doing all this data mining and stuff, we sort of think the plan is Valve are basically getting a Steam Deck that sits on your face.
Mm-hmm.
They're building it, right? So they're using the AMD chip and they're going to use a Qualcomm chip to do the VR stuff. Pretty much, it'll be a Steam Deck wireless standalone VR headset with internal tracking that you can put on your face, and at any point you can have a massive screen playing all your flat screen Steam games, right? You can already do this on the Quest 3 through Virtual Desktop. And you can already do it through Game Pass, which is crazy, actually. You can use Xbox Game Pass, use your Xbox controller or the handheld controllers. You probably want your Xbox controller.
Sure.
And you can just click on Game Pass and load up any game instantly and play it on a giant screen in your VR headset, which is freaking cool. You can lie on your bed looking straight up doing it. You can get a deck chair, sit on your back porch and play Battlefield. And crazy, because it is cloud gaming, you don't have to download it, you don't have to install it, you don't have to put it on your headset. You can just click Battlefield, go over there. Actually, I want to play this now. Click that, right? So that works. That exists. We think Valve are going to do that in VR for your entire Steam library, right? It's a Steam Deck. You put it on your face. You've got a 20-foot screen or whatever you want to play your games on. We believe they're going to release controllers that look like this that have 4 face buttons on it. Meaning you don't need an extra controller. It is just an Xbox controller split in half, and you have now button parity with every game in your Steam library. You play it with the existing controllers or whatever controller you like. There's rumors that they've got a fancy like 3D technology layer. I could go into it, but maybe not. But we're kind of thinking that it's not going to look like a theater TV screen anymore. It'll be a giant screen, but it might have more depth to it. It might look a bit more 3D. It might be it might work with every game out of the box. It might potentially turn all of your flat screen titles into a theater experience that has almost like a window. Like you're now looking in a window to see any flat screen game playing on your Steam Deck that you've strapped to your face. Kind of like a window in there with cool like reflective lighting and everything like that, and you're just in this cool vibe out gamer space so you can play anywhere, right? Which is awesome, because then it just makes it that, you know, you don't need to use your TV, you can play it wherever you like, whatever. And we believe they've got a game right around the corner. I would say that it's going to be a Half-Life style game. I think it will be VR and non-VR dual launch. I think they will launch a game that you can play on your PC, you can play on your console, and you can play it in VR. And it's just going to be a little bit better in VR. And they're going to release this dope Steam Deck thing. It's going to be pretty aggressively priced, but it's going to be expensive. It's going to be probably over $1,000 Australian. But probably you're going to buy it. Probably people are going to buy it. Like, they'll probably still buy it. It's going to be sick. And that's sort of like that next level thing. Meta aren't releasing a new headset this year, so the Quest 3 is still top of the line for another year or so. They're releasing the glasses this year, potentially. And then next year, they'll probably release, next year or late next year, whatever, they'll probably release a new version of the Quest-style headset, wider field of view, hopefully some eye tracking and stuff like that as well. This could just make it really cool. But we are in a little bit of a plateau year. That's why sometimes some people are thinking that like, oh, there's no growth this year, because it's all kind of underground, and we might see some big announcements at the end of the year or early next year. So sort of the state of the industry. But like I said, it's got a very awesome groundswell of indie passion, like we've been talking about through this year. And then on the top level things, they're looking at a more platform level marketplace economy. And there's the technology is a solved problem. It's about building it to the scale, being able to afford it. And then the more and more headsets that get built, the cheaper it gets, all that kind of fun tech stuff. And it'll all trickle down, and eventually we'll have dope glasses.